gonna try this. Since I'm using a Surface Pro, it's good drawing. And well, on the previous streams, it was connected on the Surface Dock and had a wired connection, I guess. And so right now it's on wireless. Um, it's pretty much, yeah, it's an app on tablet mode. So I'm just gonna draw something. Um, I don't know what yet. Let's see. Hmm. I don't know. Let's okay. Yeah, let's go with it. Just gonna draw two kids. And the other one, a bit short. I'm not really particularly doing anything. Just one drawing of two kids from Chronicle Destiny. So they're gonna Crystal. Yeah, whatever. Uh, they're from the same world, so it's not gonna be two humans. Um, let's make this one let's start with the girl. Um, a lore, peasant lore. Kind of don't like that. GIMP doesn't register. Well, I can't really use the eraser of the pen, Surface Pen, on GIMP. I mean, I can, but yes, I don't know how to switch tools for it. And apparently, okay, whatever. I do have in mind what characters they are, but I'm not gonna say who they are. It's just a lore girl peasant, and I guess, uh, yeah, it's Jin, uh, homeless. Yeah, a homeless kid and a poor girl. I'm not good with feats. Hmm. And like as I create the characters and I think of the clothing, something like um, since the clothing is based on the cultural wardrobe of each race, and like sometimes I want to give the characters something that I haven't thought about it yet. So like she was the first character to like receive a um, coat of some sort, and like I kind of thought like the design for uh, a lower coat, and well, it didn't really end up being much. The main thing it was the color of a regular lower shirt. How would it interact with the coat? And just the color goes above the coat. That's also not good with hands. Lords has four fingers and they're pointed fingers, kind of like clawish. And an early decision on making. Let's see what this says. And nothing. Okay, I think we're still good. Okay. Um, One distinct feature of lore clothing, lore shirts, is the notch on the side of the shirt for the peasant class. There we go. And her hair is kind of like um, it's not really like braided. It's tied. Let me see. I'm just gonna remove that last one. There we go. Now for hair, and it's a Jin kid. So let's some of the characters are like adapted from actual pre-existing. I mean, like characters from other works, and simply to like populate the world, right? One thing is that I want to do is like the world to be okay. Basically, like you can like in RPGs, you go to towns and uh, some NPCs may have names, but they really don't have anything else going on. But probably just a girl walking up and down the street or something like that. Shopkeeper, like on, let's say Wind Waker, those kids on Windfall Island, the they really don't have anything else going on in their lives, kind of. The one thing I want to do is populate the world with more kind of believable characters, and so I mainly use like real characters to, since they already have their backstories created, and just adapted them for the. Yeah, I'm not good with hands. Whatever. And these two characters are adapted from previous work. It's a show from Mexico, and yeah, that's all I'll say. I'm not gonna say who these characters are supposed to be. The homeless kid, you probably already know. But the point that I was making is that those characters like have some distinctness to them, and like when I want to adapt them, I like have to think which of the species should I choose to make him. And like what, like they either like their clothing or some nice part of their background. Uh, uh, and I took like some element like this kind of looks like gin um, wraps. I can use the gin wraps to uh, make it look like suspenders, basically. Since mm, there's no suspenders in the game, and the character has suspenders, so probably those that are already familiar with the show probably already guess who it is. And well, right now I don't have any viewers, so nobody has guessed. And but still. So yeah, the character that this is based off has suspenders, and I needed something to be analog of suspenders, and so that's why I chose a gin because gins have wraps, and I can just fashion like this is the suspender. Hmm. I see the also the character has a hat, and like what's a hat? And gins don't really have hats, so I'm just gonna wrap his head in wraps, typical of a gin, because the gin headgears doesn't have hats. And yeah, that's good enough for right now. Yeah, quick color. First, let me just make them black, and it's is this one okay? Wait, I think there's a better tool for that. Desaturate. Okay, now let's color. Uh, yeah, needs a coloring layer. There we go, and let's work on the Jin kit first. Um, the skin is yellow, or like some sort of light yellow. Kind of like coloring with pencils. Oh, I don't have to. There we go. So over here. And some over here. And here. Here too. There you go. That's just not it quick. I'm not too worried about other stuff. Next is let's clear out the eyes. Oh, the yellow. There we go. And now hair color. And see like okay, Jins have like a nice light blue cyan kind of color hair color, but he's a poor kid, so it's not a high saturated one color. Let's try this one. Oh yeah, I usually put the colors I use somewhere. There we go. No, that's not. There we go. Yeah, let's put the color here. No, actually, one thing is that since many, yeah, I guess it took it from anime, I guess, that the color of the iris is the same color as the hair. But I mean, because this kid has been homeless and has a low saturated hair color because like being exposed to the elements. It doesn't really make sense that the iris be the same color, but similar enough. So they just simply up the saturation. There we go. And now his clothing. Most Jin clothing is like gray, bluish gray, greenish gray. So first the wraps, they're gonna be, let's see, pure. Let's go to pure gray. Kind of like Bob Ross. There's no secret tree here though. Titanium white. Right. That's what. And let's make it a little bit blue. There. Less saturation. More value. A bit more saturation. There we go. Let's see. Yeah, I think. Oh, Jin's raps are actually derived from like saw this episode of Deadliest Warrior, and like apparently the Aztecs used cotton armor, so that's what it is, cotton armor. The wraps are cotton or cotton-like substance, and when wetted with brine, they become harder, more armorish. And it kind of makes sense since it probably the other band is not the same. Like he probably didn't get the other band from the same place. Probably scavenged it. So let's give it another color. Like for his clothing, a brighter. Wait, let's move everything. Okay. And brighter, but a bit more on the green side. There we go. There we go. Actually, yeah. Let's make his hat the same color. I'm just feeling lazy right now. Let's make it a bit brown, the pants. Yeah, the color scheme is more pastel like. They don't really, the clothing doesn't really have any dark colors. With the only exception being the shoes. Hmm. I forgot to add the pants color into my palette, but oh well. In there. Now for the lower girl. Lower skin is mainly like red, like shades of red. And let's see. Not as saturated and lower value. Something like that. Not too much. It will look more like a Murai attack. There we go. And it can have like shades of pink, but yeah, I don't want to use it for all like female characters and stuff. Anybody can have a shade of pink skin. And now for the eyes. And one thing about lords is that they have black, white. I guess I have to see exactly. Can't make the actual outline from that distance. But. And for the eye color, they also have like reds to orange. So let's see this. Yeah, and again, just like anime, the hair color and iris color is the same. I'll increase the value of her. I mean, decrease the saturation for her hair. One thing for lords is that like on typical, especially since I decided to make their whites of their eyes black for like whatever we consider should on regular humans. If it's supposed to be darker, it should be lighter, and if it's supposed to be lighter, it should be darker. So if they tan, they get lighter, not darker. So instead of her hair whiting out for being exposed to the sun, they get darker, and vice versa. Okay, her coat will be green. and have some like a yellow accent. Mm. There we go. Her color will be yellow. Basically, well, that's what I mean. Let's see. She will have. I haven't just color to the palette. Hmm. Picking colors is a bit difficult. And like actually like I chose that color for the shirt because the color is actually like the underside of that uh, fabric. So it should be the same a similar color. But let's see. Try to go for some green on the pants. Yeah, that she's like yeah, see because they're predominantly red. Should I use a red for her pants? I kind of want to use some sort of red for her pants. And darker valley red. Yeah, that works. I think I don't want to like the natural like sort of like dressing a panda in blanket white. Kind of. So like if I put yellow clothing on the Jin, or ends up similar putting red clothing on a lore, and for purple, no, yeah, some sort of dark green for shoes. I really didn't like plan too much big color scheme, so I'm just making it up right now. Maybe I could use better work for her, but okay, it's good enough. And there we go. So I just test for streaming um, drawing if I can do that basically. Let's see what it says. Yeah, not much problem. It doesn't seem. So yeah,